Hello everyone, good morning. I am Rita Durian Hoson and I am to discuss about the radical constructivism. Now, let us have a short background about this theory. Radical constructivism was coined by Ernest von Blesersfeld, but it was inspired from Jean Piaget's theory of children's cognitive development. And in this theory, he wants to emphasize that constructivism has to be complete in order to relapse into some kind of fancy realism. Now, let's talk about its content. Let's remember that this radical constructivism has two parts. First is learners construct new knowledge on the foundations of their existing knowledge. Second, the knowledge we create tell us nothing about reality. It only helps us to function successfully. Meaning to say, our experiences determine our reality, and there are many realities or meanings for any event or concept. Let's apply it. For example, if you are to define a knife, what will be your answer? Some might say it is used to cut fruits, vegetable, or any food. And other might also say it is used to spread peanut butter. Now, the question is, which one is right and which one is wrong? Now, let me tell you this. As I have said earlier, our experiences define our reality. So, there is no one correct meaning that we strive for, and there is no objective reality that exists independent out of thought. So, if someone only knew that knife is used to cut fruits and vegetables, so be it. But it doesn't mean he's wrong. It was just based from what he experienced, and we have different experiences. Let's apply it in teaching. So, in this philosophy, we want us to realize that we cannot transfer knowledge from one mind to another, but it was the commodity that was transferred to another. So, in some sense, students has to build his or her own knowledge to manifest their learning. And it is also safe to say that behaviorism and punishment or reward or conditioning doesn't teach you how to think because its dogma exclude anything about mind. So what we want to teach is not only to know the phrases inside the textbook, but to find out why are they there in the first place and what are they useful for? What do they imply? And you only get to know all of these phrases if you find out its meaning and apply them in your own position of action. For example, there are a lot of things we learn by writing, like the names of the month and days, but these things are irrelevant if you still can say what month or day it is now, right? Also in teaching the process of mathematical operation. It is no use if you can't apply it in real life problem solving. Now, let's apply it in teaching science. One of the most important that has done by constructivism in teaching science is to find ways or means of getting the students actively build their own knowledge. So it might quite hard for an old-fashioned teacher to find its relevance, but really, instead of using this traditional way of teaching, why not let your student experience things like this? So, as a teacher, your role will be just to facilitate. For example, in grade 7 class, if you were to teach the parts and functions of microscope, are you just going to show a picture of a microscope and read and talk about its function? Do you think it is effective? Yes, it does help students to memorize, but not really know how to use it, right? So, but if you let them use, manipulate, operate the microscope like this cute little girl, It has a high tendency that they have or they can manifest learning about its part and its function, right? That's it. Thank you very much for listening.